Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel, My Niche Jet. So today I decided to do another shopping haul vlog for you guys because I came back from Kyoto recently. I had 3 days off that I could take at the end of August, so I was like, what am I waiting for? I definitely want to do a road trip, and Kyoto is not too far. From where I live, it took me about 6 hours by train, 5.5, 6, which I don't know where you're from watching this, might sound like a lot, but for me back home, it's the same amount of time it would take me to go from my city to the former city I used to live in. So when I want to go see my friends, it's usually about a 5.5 to 6 hour ride. So point being, I did indulge in a little bit of a shopping spree while in Kyoto because there's so many nice things, and if I had been able to bring back everything I ate, it would have just been a pile of stuff on this table. So let's get started. So as you can see, I'm a bit more done up than usual. That's because I just finished my day for classes. And I think that's where I'll just start off. I was afraid that I wouldn't have enough, not that I wouldn't have enough clothes for classes. I did bring a lot of clothes with me to Japan, but work appropriate. I have a lot of clothes that are like this. And I do have little cardigans and stuff, but anyways, I was a little bit freaking out, so I was like, okay, I'll get one more thing. So I got this cute, I got this cute top, which I can wear with one of those cool tech tops from Uniqlo, and it's really nice, and like, even though it's a hot day, it's still really breezy. Yeah, my arms are totally covered, so no sweat on that front. And I got this lovely blue skirt, which falls all the way to my knees, so we know it's appropriate. And I like it because it's pretty versatile. I plan on wearing this throughout the whole year, so I'll be able to wear it in winter or fall, spring with tights. So I try to have my clothes be as like functional as possible throughout the year. But what I'm really excited to show you guys in terms of clothing is this on the bottom. So I have two things here. I have a shirt and I have some pants, and they are from a brand I love called So. And actually their headquarters are in Kyoto. It's a brand, I don't even know how I discovered them, but I think I've been following them since 2010, 2011, and basically the brand started in 2002, and the idea is to take what would be traditional Japanese fabrics or methods of weaving and cuts, but when I say modernize, I mean in the founder's head, from what I understand, was, you know, back in the day, this clothing was clothing. It was functional. People wore it every day and it was comfortable, and that doesn't necessarily have to disappear. So the essence of it can remain, but of course they modernize it with all the different types of patterns and the uses they make for it. So enough talking, let me show you. So this is a top I have, and it is very large, yes, but that's normal. It's supposed to be big on you, and I must say, it's actually quite breezy. I did wear it when it was like 35 degrees, and it feels really good. And I do want to talk a bit about the fabric. So it's called Chizimi cotton. I hope I said it right. And it's basically crepe cotton. And they've been weaving this type of cotton, I think, for over 2 centuries. And the city is Takamatsu in Shiga. And so I really like that, you know, they're still using these kinds of traditional methods and fabrics, and it feels really good. And I bought pants to go along with it. Again, very large, very flowy. I like the mustard yellow, especially with the blue contrast. And these are just cotton linen pants, but again, so comfortable to wear. Everything is really loose. Like when I put it on, I was like, wow, I look so Japanese. Because I have a bit of a smaller frame, I tend to like to wear stuff that's a bit more centered to my waist. Not like skin tight, like, you know, constraining me, but it's a look that I enjoy. Sometimes I feel like I'm swimming in clothing. But I don't know, know, this combination kind of works in my opinion. I like it. And I was just so jazzed that I could go to Soso headquarters. They have 5 stores. When they started out, they were basically doing shoes, so tabi. So imagine a crossover between like really cool Converse, but even cooler Converse, and traditional tabi shoes. You know those shoes where like the toes, you have like a toe and then all your foot is stuck in? And that's how they started out. So they have that. They have women's clothing, they have men's clothing, they have children's clothing, and they have like an accessory kitchen area thing. So I got a beautiful little postcard with all my purchases. And I had actually been gifted a couple pieces from Soso from their San Francisco store before I left for Japan, but they're more appropriate for like fall, spring, even maybe winter here. But now I have a couple summer items, and I'm just, I know it sounds really materialistic, but I really love the history of the brand, and I really love what they're doing in their textiles. That whatever, okay? It's my little thing. So a bit of clothing, that was done. Second, so I got some tenugui, which is basically like hand cloths. You can use them for a lot of things. I'll talk about it a bit more later because I bought some more stuff. And if you'll notice, this is full of lemons. There's a story behind this. I specifically got this one because I went to a famous bookstore in Kyoto called Maruzen. I don't know if you can read it on the cover of this book. It's probably going to be upside down. I mean, the wrong side anyways. So Maruzen basically opened up in 1869 in Kyoto, and my understanding is that they closed in 2005 or 7. I think 2007, and then they reopened in 2015, and they basically occupy like 2 floors. You can find French books, English books, and of course a ton of Japanese books. And they also have a coffee shop there. So anyways, I really wanted to go because I love reading, I love books, and I wanted specifically to get this book. So I'll take off the cover, and you'll understand the lemons. So as you see, I got a French copy because I found a French one, so why not? And it also has lemons. That's because the title of this book is Lemon by Kaji. Or should I say Kaji. The full name is Motojiro Kaji, and he was a Showa era writer. I think he was born in 1901. He died really young, 1932 maybe. He kind of makes me think like the French poet Rimbaud, also was kind of a young star in his day. And yes, anyways, I was really intrigued by the premise of this novel. It's short. I really do enjoy short stories. I love long novels too, but I like short stories, I like poetry, and those are 2 styles that he was really known for. I don't know if you guys know Yukio Mishima. He was also known for short novels. So yeah, I was really excited to be able to get some lemon paraphernalia, and especially to get the book. And I didn't even know they had French stuff till I got there. I asked the woman working there if she could point me to the English one, and then she found the French one first, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's in French. I was like, no, that's okay. That's okay. So I had to explain to her, of course, that I can speak and read French. So yes, I am very excited to start reading this. I'm really excited I got to go there. It was a big highlight of my trip. I'm just going to maybe switch this up a little. Another big highlight of my trip was, see this little ornament? So if you can't tell, it's a fox. And the reason being is that we went to Fushimi Inari Shrine. So for those of you that don't know, it's at the base of Mount Inari. And you've probably seen before in movies those red gates. Those are called tori gates. And this shrine is just littered with them, full of them. And the reason there's a fox is that the Inari god is actually the god of merchants and businessmen. And the fox was associated to this god because he acts as a messenger. So you'll often see him with a key in his mouth, and it's because it's the key to the rice granary, because people used to be able to pay their taxes in rice. So here's an example of all those torii gates I was mentioning. I bought a postcard too, a couple of which I sent back home. And it was so beautiful. The specific color of red is very kind of corally. It has an orangey tone to it. It's very striking. My understanding is that each torigate was donated or given by a specific merchant, a patron basically, and there's just little foxes everywhere, and it's really something to see and behold. You can climb to the top of the mountain. I think it takes about 2 hours, but there's like this whole loop that you can do. It was very, very, very hot that day. I didn't go all the way to the top. I initially thought I was, and then when I looked on the map, I'm like, I've been here for 2 hours already, and I've only walked like a third. I've seen enough, but it was definitely worth going. And if you are in Kyoto, there are millions and millions of temples and shrines. So if you have difficulty choosing one, I highly, highly recommend picking Fushimi Inari as an option. It's very different than the other ones you'll see. Seeing the foxes, which are called kitsune in Japanese, is really cool. I really like it. So I got that there too. It was a good day. Okay, another thing that I'm really excited for is I got a bento box because I don't have enough already, but they're all back home, so I needed one for Japan. So I got one that I don't have back home because obviously I'll bring it back with me. And let me unwrap this beauty. I got this lovely wooden bento, and I really like the kind of picnicky old world feel it has to it. I can't wait to make like some sandwiches or onigiri with it. Why did I bother picking this up in Kyoto? There's a brand that I've also been following, just like So, called Bento Co. They actually, they're French, the people who run the business, and they've been doing this for years, and they have just such beautiful products, and basically they also ship internationally. That's what's nice. They have also like a French website. I think they have a US one too. So when you're living abroad and you can't necessarily, like 10 years ago, honestly, you couldn't really find bentos anywhere. Sometimes in Chinatown, but now it's becoming more and more popular, so it's easier to find. But back in the day, like, you were so happy that Bento Co existed, and I'm still happy. I also picked up, to go with my bento, a little bag. As you can see, it's filled with onigiri because I love onigiri, and I just had to. Okay, I know it's really sartorial, but I went there. Okay, I got myself an onigiri pattern bag. So you'll often see bentos like wrapped just in like a regular square cloth, and then they sort of knot it on the top and hold it. It's very pretty, very cute, but not always very practical sometimes. This one actually transforms into a little bag. So I don't know if I haven't used it yet, but basically it has Okay, this is the full square, right? Normally you would like fold the ends together, but it's got nice little thing. So actually, let me demonstrate. So having been using bentos for a while, I'm very excited to have this new accessory with me because I think it'll definitely make my life a bit easier. So basically what you do is you fold the opposite ones together, like so. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but that's okay. Alright, so usually you would just kind of leave it at that, and you can then hold it. This one, it's a little baggy. Isn't that cute? And all the onigiri on it. So yeah, I haven't used it yet. I actually have to prep the wood and soak it in water first. So yeah, but next time I do a road trip, or I think I have a lunch, when I say at work, I mean at the office, not in the schools, I think I will be bringing this. With, of course, some onigiri inside, because, you know, why not? Last part of the shopping haul is, again, so I mentioned this is tenugui. I bought some extra ones too. And these ones are made of like pure 100% organic cotton. And they feel Absolutely amazing when you put them on. What are they used for? So in Japan, it's often very humid, very hot, and they're there to wipe your dainty brow or your dainty chin of any sweat that may besmirch your face. I had seen people do this in Japan, of course, and in China, and I've always kind of been like, no, I don't know, it was not ingrained in my habits to do this. And then I started working here, and you're just I don't usually sweat from my face, but you start shimmering, and you're really the only one not using them. So do as the locals do, because the locals know something you don't know. And what they know is that this is a smart idea. So I got some extra ones. And I got another one as well. But this one is rectangular in shape and much longer. I love the just clash of colors checkered with the bikes. I thought it was really cute, really fun. And basically what I do with this one, you can wear it as like a scarf, of course, which doesn't really fit with this outfit. But the way I've been wearing it is as a headband. So I basically just make it a lot thinner. And actually I was inspired by one of the sales ladies at the So establishment, and she was wearing one in her hair, and I wanted the bikes to show, and it's really cool. So I'm not going to do the whole thing because I kind of need a mirror just to make it look pretty, but the point of it is you can just kind of wrap it around your head, and then put it in a bow, or I've been kind of twisting it around, and it's quite cute, and completes a little bit of a Japanese look for myself. The store, I wish I had kept the business card. That wasn't smart. I know I took one, but I don't know where I put it. The store was just full of these, every size, every print. They had some for Halloween, they had some for Christmas, they had some that were just cats, they had some that were very Japanese. It was absolutely stunning. It's not far from the Nishiki market. Where were we? Yeah, it's not too far. It's not too far from the Nishiki market. Anyways, you have these kinds of stores, but everywhere in Kyoto. But this one just caught my eye, and I decided to get it. So yes, this is my shopping splurge from Kyoto. It could have been worse. It's not too bad. I really love the city. I had a great time there. I did bring back a lot of omiyage for my coworkers, so I already gave those out, or else I would have actually showed them in the vlog. But yeah, I already gave them out, so too late for that. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this little shopping haul segment. If you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel, My Nichi Jet. Of course, I'll have the Instagram link in my description box if you want to follow me. Yeah, follow me. And I'll also be putting up a few videos from my time in Kyoto. I'm actually working on editing them now. Hopefully they turn out okay. And of course, I have a couple other videos coming up pretty soon. So make sure to stay tuned, and see you next time. Bye.